Welcome to 15 Minutes with Dad, the podcast that gives you 15 minutes of inspiration, practical advice, and heartfelt conversations to empower your journey in fatherhood. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, a dynamic career visual and performing artist, professional data system director, and an author who's been a dad longer than any of those titles, proudly guiding a blended family of 4. And here we dive into transformational strategies, real life stories, and actionable tips that helps you navigate the challenges of family life and divorce, all while growing into the best version of yourself. Whether you're looking to boost your emotional resilience, redefine your role as a father, or simply find balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place. So get ready to transform your fatherhood journey 1 minute at a time. Now let's get started. Welcome to the final episode of this special series, What It Truly Means to Heal as a Man. I'm your host, Lirec Williams, and before we begin, I want to thank you for walking this journey with me through reflection, through honesty, through the parts of ourselves that many men spend their whole lives avoiding. We've talked about childhood scripts, attachment wounds, avoidance, alignment, and love skills, but today we're going to talk about what all of this leads to. Legacy. This episode is called Legacy of Healing, Rewriting the Script for Our Children. Because everything we've discussed, all the pain, the reflection, the change, is not just about you. It's about what your healing makes possible for your children and for everyone who comes after you. When people hear the word legacy, they think of money, inheritance, success, or status. But legacy is not what you leave for your children. It's what you leave in them. It's how they understand love, it's how they handle conflict, and it's how they talk to themselves when they fail. It's how they feel about God, family, and their own worth. Every healed part of you becomes something they never have to fix in themselves. Every secure moment you create becomes a piece of safety they carry for life. That's the true legacy, a home where peace is normal, not rare. Now, I want to talk to you about the legacy of unhealed men, because there's an other side too. Generations, that's what we've inherited, pain disguised as strength. In the homes of our fathers and grandfathers, love was mixed often with fear. Discipline was confused with dominance. Presence meant physical, not emotional. And for many of us, affection was replaced with alcohol, silence, or control. Now, when trauma and addiction went untreated, it shaped everything: our self-worth, our relationships, and our ability to feel safe. And we learn early. Don't cry, don't talk, don't need, and don't trust. That's the legacy of unhealed men. And it's been passed down like an heirloom we've never asked for. But now we get to decide if it stops with us. Healing breaks generational cycles, not through perfection, but through awareness. I believe it's the father who apologizes after yelling, teaching his child that repair is possible. I believe it's the man who chooses therapy instead of silence. It's the dad who learns to say, "I love you," even when his own father never could. It's the partner who stays in the room during conflict instead of walking out. Every time you choose healing, you are quietly rewriting your family's story. Because children don't need perfect fathers. They need present ones. And not just present ones. They need present ones that have a presence. They need fathers who show them that emotions are not weaknesses, that honesty is not danger, and that vulnerability is not something to hide from. It's something that connects us. When a father heals, generations shift. A healed father raises secure children. Secure children become emotionally intelligent adults. Emotionally intelligent adults become safe partners, and safe partners raise another generation of secure kids. That's the ripple effect. Your healing becomes a bridge. carrying your family from survival to stability, from chaos to calm, from trauma to trust. And here's the most important part. You don't have to be completely healed to make an impact. You just have to be honest about your healing. And when your child sees you're working on yourself, reading, going to therapy, apologizing, regulating, they learn that growth is normal. They learn that men can be both strong and soft. They learn that courage isn't about suppressing pain. It's about facing it. And you have a responsibility and the gift of modeling. Our kids don't learn love from what we say. They learn it from what we model. If they see a father who avoids, they'll learn to withdraw. If they see a father who manipulates, they learn to perform. If they see a father who listens, they'll learn to trust. If they see a father who forgives himself, they'll learn grace. The most sacred part of fatherhood is modeling what healing looks like in real time. Not hiding your struggles, but handling them. Not pretending to be strong, but showing what strength really is. Discipline, self-reflection, and humility. When you model healing, you don't just raise good kids, you raise whole humans. Now, I want to give you something practical, a way to build your legacy of healing with intention. I call this the Healing Legacy Framework. 1. Awareness. Understand your family's patterns. Write down what your parents modeled, both healthy and unhealthy. Then you have to acknowledge. Be honest about how those patterns from your parents show up in you today. What behaviors, habits, or wounds are you still carrying? And you may need to talk to your therapist for this. Then you must adjust. Start small. Introduce a new habit, maybe therapy, maybe journaling, maybe prayer, communication, or affection. The next one is accountability. You need to share your journey with your kids, your partner, your friends. Healing thrives in transparency. And the last is applying it, the application, modeling it every day. Don't just talk healing, live it. This framework is about reclaiming your future. We are not trying to rewrite the past. Now, I started this series not as an expert, but as a man who's still healing. I'm a father learning in real time how to balance growth, responsibility, my mental health, and healing as well. A partner that's learning how to stay present even when it's uncomfortable. I've had moments where I failed, where I said the wrong things, where I let stress make me distant, but I've also seen the difference that healing makes. How my kids look at me now, how they talk to me, how they trust me. Every step I take toward healing gives them permission to be themselves, to feel, to speak, to love without fear. And that's what this whole journey is about. Not perfection, permission. The permission to change, the permission to heal, the permission to lead from truth instead of pain. I remember my therapist told me this. I can't remember which therapist it was over the last couple of years, but I remember this phrase very distinctly. And they said, it is important that you give yourself the permission to heal. I believe it was my therapist that I'm with right now, actually, now that I think about it. She said, give yourself the permission to heal. So as we close this series, I want to leave you with this. Your legacy starts the moment you decide to heal. You can't change how you were raised. You can't erase the pain of your past, but you can decide that it ends with you. You can decide that your children will inherit peace, not pressure, honesty, not fear, love, not silence. Here is your final challenge from this series. You're going to write your own healing legacy statement. You can finish this sentence. Because I chose to heal, my children will, and write down 3 things you will model differently starting today. Put it somewhere visible, your mirror, your phone, your journal. Read it every morning. And I'll say that again. Finish the sentence. Because I chose to heal, my children will. Then write 3 sentences, 3 things that you will model differently starting today. Put it somewhere. Your mirror, your phone, your journal. Or read it in every morning. I want you to read it every morning. Because your children are watching. And one day they'll say, my dad didn't just love us, he healed for us. Thank you for walking through this series with me. If these conversations spoke to you, share them with another father, another man, another family. And remember, your healing is not just about you. It's about the world you're building through your children and your family and your partner. My name is Lirec Williams, and this has been What It Truly Means to Heal as a Man. Keep showing up, keep growing, keep building your legacy, one healed moment at a time. And just like that, we've hit an end of another epic journey here at 15 Minutes with Dad. I'm your host, Lirec, and I am thrilled to have shared this time with you. But guess what? The conversation is far from over. Want to dive deeper into the Dadverse? Check out our website at 15minuteswithdad.com and join our vibrant community on Instagram, Discord, and TikTok for your daily dose of dad inspiration, camaraderie. And here's something special. Subscribe to our newsletter at 15minuteswithdad.com for exclusive goodies and behind-the-scene peeks you won't find anywhere else. Got a burning question or a dad moment that made you proud? We're all ears. Submit your questions and share those special moments with us for a chance to be featured and shout out on our show. It's your time to shine in our dad community, so tap in with our Discord, and our server is at 15 Minutes with Dad. So tap in for that, engage with the community, and you will be featured on our show. Each week we will do another feature, so join in. Love today's episode. Spread the love by sharing it with a friend and leaving us a review. Let's get the word out and grow our awesome dad family, because guess what? When you give us a review and you rate our podcast, you give everybody the chance to enjoy what you've enjoyed about this podcast as well. So mark your calendars, because new episodes drop every Thursday of the week. Ready for more heartwarming stories, laughs, and dad wisdom? We can't wait to have you back. But until next time, keep being the amazing dad you are. Every day is a new adventure and every moment is special. Catch you on the next episode. Love, peace, and chicken grease.